Opportunities, challenges, and power of media and information. Objectives: realize opportunities and challenges in media and information. Research and cite recent examples of the power of media and information to affect change. Let's find out first, what is media literacy? Media literacy is the ability to access, analyze, evaluate, and create message in wide variety of forms. In this quote, the author named Linda Ellerby identifies those concepts as a combination of information skills, conventional literacy skills, and social skills. It is not only the ability of an individual to question the media and be able to interpret its messages. It is also the ability to hone skills that critical to communicating and advancing in today's society. Information literacy. Meanwhile, information literacy is a concept that defines literacy of persons with respect to informatics. The term applies to consumers of information and their ability to process said information and allocate it appropriately. Second, what does media influence? Media influence economy, education, social, and politics. Economic. In a technologically driven economy in Asian region, the Philippine economy synergized with mainstream and social media to broadcast latest news and investment tracks in real time. Educational. Social media is also a medium where students can establish beneficial connections for their careers. As an educational institution, it is crucial to be active in many social platforms possible. This helps create better student training strategies and shape student culture. Social. In today's world, media becomes as essential as our daily needs. Media of today is playing an outstanding role in creating and shaping up public opinion and strengthening of society. Media is the spurred arm of democracy. Media acts as watchdog to protect public interests against malpractice and create public awareness. Political. Politicians are always quick to blame the media when a news story doesn't put them in a favorable light. But politicians use media to win elections by getting the exposure they need to reach voters. Crowdsourcing simply means asking people that you might not otherwise be able to reach for opinions, ideas, or help through some form of social media. It is possible in applications for asking an entire geographically dispersed company something. Third, what are the do's and don'ts in media? Do's. Be honest, especially about mistakes. People will see through you anyway, so don't misinform. Val is a good example to follow here. When it got things wrong, it owned up. changed the way it did things, and is now often upheld as an example of good practice. Only contribute when you have something to say. Don't go wading into conversations or harassing people. You wouldn't do it in the real world, so don't do it on Twitter or an internal network. Many of the rules of engaging in real-world conversation apply to online conversations. Target people properly. Make sure you are providing relevant information to the right people. You have to work out that will benefit the people you want to engage with. Don'ts. Don't try to be something you're not. One delegate at Media 140 asked how you should approach social media if you're already hugely unpopular. A bank, perhaps, or a certain brand of politician. Lloyd Davis, founder of Total, said there's no faking it. You have to change who you are as the perception of who you are. Don't forget to find some way to measure your success. You need to justify what are you doing or what you are doing. To this, you need to be crystal clear about what you're trying to achieve. Don't patronize customers or even employees. Social media provides a way for these people to teach others, and as such, puts a bit more power in their hands. Don't expect overnight success unless you happen to be Oprah Winfrey. It takes time to build up trust, and it has to be done softly. Don't undervalue the skills it takes to get this right, or the benefits the company could achieve from getting it right. Some companies are hiring third parties to engage for them, but there's potentially a role for in-house skills in managing this kind of engagement. Don't forget that social networks invented for companies. They were invented for people, and it is individuals who have flocked to and embrace them. The challenge for business is to work out where it fits. Control. Some companies love to control things, but if your company is one of these, it's time to relax a little. Your employees and your customers have always been able to say negative things about you, but now they can do it on the internet. And perhaps there are a few more listening. There is of course a danger that employees will misinterpret your brand online. But there's a danger they'll do this every day anyway. Word of mouth is not a new concept. A company can take whichever feels most suitable, but the key thing is, remember, is that you are not going to catch everything in your net. There are plenty of companies around if you don't want to monitor what's being said about a particular business. But ultimately, trust is likely to get you further than draconian rules and spying. Commitment. If a business knows the basics, understand a bit about how this technology works, it will be in a better position to respond effectively. If an employee or disgruntled customer manage to get in trouble, some level of commitment is required by all. For those who really want to get right, training employees in what's appropriate and what can work is a good first step. You cannot just turn up on Twitter and pick up social media on the to-do list. It requires a bit of work and effort before tangible results are seen. Social media may not seem like the most important priority in a recession, but taking the time to understand it and know the basics could be a good idea. Listen, corporate arrogance is not what people are after. If there are complaints, it is good practice to acknowledge them. And if you manage to solve the problems people talk about, you will be hailed as a hero.